So yay, you've finally made the decision to go all in and commit. So the next question becomes simple and practical. Who are you going to build this business with? Because no matter how strong your dream, no matter how all in you are, this business won't grow without people. And that brings us to one of the most underestimated steps, your name list. Let me say this very clearly. No list means no business. So imagine opening a beautiful cafe. You have a beautifully designed cafe, carefully curated menu, everything is ready, but you don't tell anyone about it. You don't do any marketing. You don't have any invitations. There's no communication plan. Do you expect customers to just walk in? Of course not. In the same way, your name list, your network map is your marketplace. It's not just a collection of names. It's a collection of possibilities. These are people whose lives could change because of what you are offering. But most people hesitate at this stage, not because they don't know enough people, but because they start judging people before even giving them a chance. They say things like, oh, he won't be interested, or she doesn't really need the money, or doesn't have the time. So let me ask you something honestly. Before you saw this opportunity, would someone have been able to predict your decision perfectly? Probably not. Maybe you even said you didn't have the time or the money, but yet, here you are. So why are you trying to decide someone else's future for them? Your job is not to filter people. Your job is to give them a chance to see something that could potentially change their lives the way it's going to change yours. So now, to make this process simple and powerful, divide your list into 3 categories. You have a hot list, a warm list, and a cold list. Now, this is not about labeling people. It's simply about understanding how to approach them. So for example, your hot list are people who are very close to you. Maybe they can be family members, close friends, people who basically know you, like you, and trust you. Those 3 things are very important because they are people who will listen to you. These are the people where the relationship is already strong. Now, your warm list includes people you know, but maybe you're not very close to them. Colleagues, acquaintances, old friends, people you interact with occasionally, people you have some connection with, but not deep influence yet. And then, of course, finally comes your cold list. These are people you don't know personally yet. Maybe they're social media connections. They can be referrals. They can be new contacts. There's no relationship, but there is full potential. And of course, here's something important to understand. Success does not come only from your hot list. In fact, sometimes it's the people in your hot list who don't even want to pay attention. Sometimes your biggest breakthroughs will come from your warm or even cold contacts. That's why you do not ignore any of the names in these categories. So think of your list like planting seeds. If a farmer decides to plant seeds only in places he thinks looks perfect, he limits his harvest potential. But if a farmer plants widely across different areas, some seeds will grow in ways or in places he never expected. In the same way, the more people you connect with, the more opportunities you create for growth. So let's make this real. Open your workbook again and start writing your list. Divide it into those 3 sections: hot, warm, and cold. Don't overthink, don't filter, and don't judge. Just write names that come to your mind. Start with at least 50 people. Think about your family, your friends, your school, your workplace, your social media followers and friends, your acquaintances, anyone you know, or anyone you can connect with. All of these people belong to that list. Because again, this is not about who will join. This is about who deserves to know. And now that you've started, your next goal is to expand the list to at least 150 to even 500 names within the next 24 hours. Because your list determines your reach, and your reach determines your results. A small list creates small results. A limited list creates limited growth. But an open, expanding list creates momentum. And remember this, you're not here to convince everyone on your list. You're not even here to convince, so many of them. You are here to find the right people at the right time. And that only happens when you give enough people and more people a chance. So this step of writing your name list and creating your network map is not optional. This step is not something you delay. This is non-negotiable because your list is not just names. It's your starting point. It's your foundation. This represents your future network. And the effort you put into building this list will directly reflect the results you ultimately create.